Describe your introduction to Moana as a character. What would you have thought if you had known then that you would be writing the songs to the sequel?
I think both of our heads would have exploded. I mean, we are the Disney generation. We grew up on this. I was in middle school when it came out. I was quite literally the target audience. So truly, never in a million years.
My first experience with Moana was seeing it in theaters with my family, which is just crazy. Yeah, 16, 15-year-old me, she became a puddle when we got this job.
How do you relate personally to Moana?
Honestly, I think that was one of the biggest things of this experience, was that we could see ourselves so deeply in her. We too are just girls, trying to figure out our place in the world. And Moana's so inspiring and so brave and so powerful, but she is a human, and she has some very human moments in this movie. And seeing how she took those moments and, you know, used them to learn and grow from them instead of letting them beat her down was so inspiring to me. I think it helped us in the writing process, to be honest.
Yeah. I think our real life journey of writing this music allowed me to relate a lot to Moana's journey to find Motu Fetu, because she's doing something that's bigger than herself.
Yeah.
And when we were, you know, tapped to write this, we were being asked to do just that.
What was your jumping off point for this film? What is Moana 2 about?
There was a quote on the wall of the story room from day one, which was, "You never stop choosing who you are." And I feel like that became kind of like the emotional pillar of the movie. Because as she finds out, getting lost can be the pathway to finding magic, and you don't need to know where you're going to find yourself. And I think waking up every day and knowing that we are different versions of ourselves, but that it's okay, and we choose to be ourselves every day, is beautiful.
Yeah. I think the first film was Moana, you know, discovering and connecting with their past. And now this film is about the future of her and her people, and the connecting of all the people of the entire ocean, which is no small feat.
Yeah, I think Moana 1 was Moana finding herself truly. And this is, you know, she goes through a lot of that in this movie too, but it's really about community, and connecting with community. And I think the I versus we sentiment is very indicative of like the values of the Pacific.
What is the role of the songs in this film? The big picture. How do they move the story forward?
I feel like the songs in this film are very much the emotional anchor, not just the English-speaking songs, but the music that Opataya Hawaii and Mark Mancino worked on as well.
Oh, it's so pretty.
It's beautiful, and, you know, ultimately I think it leans into the Polynesian culture. You know, we wanted to pay homage to the world that was already created and add our own little flair to it, because, you know, the story, the world, and the expanse of Moana has just grown so much in the 3 years since we've seen her last.
Yeah, I think each song is so different and serves a very different purpose. Like a song like Beyond is about the internal struggle that she's going through, you know, having to give up her dream life, you know? And something like Get Lost is much more veiled in secrecy, and it's very elusive, and it's meant to be a show. But we have to figure out what she's actually meaning with her words. You know, what could be better than this is a comedic song that's supposed to like get you to fall in love with our new characters a little bit, while also being kind of tongue-in-cheek, and sarcastic and funny, and, you know, they're all so different. Brings you back into the world of Moana, and it's just supposed to show you how everyone's grown and how they're thriving and how the village has, you know, just become abundant of, you know, with life.
Yeah. Can I Get a Chihu is Maui's redemption song, because, you know, in the first film, he needed the spirit buoying, and in this film, he does it for Moana. And it's, yeah, we think that each song is very specific to the characters that it serves.
Describe the process working with the directors and writers to craft the songs for the film.
We love everyone so much.
Yeah, it's a big family over at Disney Animation.
I mean, it is it takes a village. I mean, we are one of 700 people that made this movie come to life. And from day one, like, it's so apparent that all the filmmakers, the directors, the writers, they love what they do so much. And being in a room full of people that passionate is like the most inspiring place to be as a young writer.
Yeah. It was very collaborative, and they always made sure our voices felt heard. And, you know, it was a magical thing working in the Disney animation offices.
Provide a sentence or two about each of the 5 songs.
Oopsies.
How you found the song, your thoughts on the performance, and an anecdote about writing it.
Okay.
So the first one is We're Back.
We're back.
Yes, We're Back is our opening number, and it brings you back into the world you know and love of Moana. And it shows you how much her village has grown, how much she's grown as a leader, and, you know, bringing back this wonderful artifact that she gets to show her people.
While also showing how Tui and Sina have grown. You get introduced to our new characters. And I think it's the most rooted fully in the world that we know and love. We have some callbacks, the first movie, which leads us to song number 2, which is Beyond. My favorite song. This song has my favorite moment in it because she reaches that note, the orchestra swells, and you're like, yes, Moana, sing!
That's our girl.
But it's kind of like a spiritual successor to How Far I'll Go because it's a similar place. She's about to leave again, but everything's changed. You know, she has the dream life that she wanted in the first movie.
And now she's being asked to give it all up.
And that is scary. So,
the next song that we were a part of was What Could Be Better Than This, which is sort of an ensemble crew number that takes place on a canoe. And they're just setting off on this journey, and Moana's really trying to get them all excited about it because they're all in their own little worlds.
it's a hot mess.
It's a hot mess. They don't know how to work together as a crew yet, so she's trying to get them to work together.
So think of her as like an overbearing camp counselor. He's like, come on, guys!
Yep.
Let's do this together! But through the song, we get to fall in love with our new characters a little bit more, get a little of their personalities. I love Kayleigh in it, but Loto has her moment.
Yep.
And so that one's fun. The next song is Get Lost, which is her favorite song.
Yes, it it is my favorite song.
Pass the ball to you.
Yes, and it's sung by our sort of villainous, mysterious character Matangi, who lives in a giant clam. And because of course, and it was inspired by, you know, real life wayfinders telling us that getting lost was the pathway to magic, and we thought, what a fierce title for a song.
She needs a diva song because she is a diva. The next one is Can I Get a Chihu, which is our Dear Maui song, and that one was a little bit of a challenge because we wanted the Maui that we know and love, but we also wanted to show how much he's grown and how much he cares for Moana and how much their relationship means to him, while also giving him a moment and an epic number and a spectacle, which we did get with 27,000 mudskippers.
The animation is incredible.
It's insane.
And then we have the final Beyond reprise, which is Moana's, you know, hero moment at the end of the film. And not giving too much away, she does go beyond.